we don't build boys' houses at the back of our parents' houses. Like our parents' houses should be on the other side, and then for the men or the boys, it should be after he is circumcised. During the healing process, he is supposed to sleep with his mother in the same house. We don't have a sink here in the village. Yeah, the place where you can wash your utensils from. So you just wash them from down here. This tank is our source of water. And for those who cannot afford this tank, we normally, in an African village home, there must be some animals. Hello family, welcome back to Rose Kunik's channel. Thank you so much guys for always coming back to watch my videos. I really appreciate. So in case it's your very first time here, consider subscribing to the channel and remember to give it a thumbs up. Today I share with you how an African village home looks like. Like I'm going to give you a real tour of an African village home on how it should look like, or how our homes looks like, and some of the things that must be there for it to be called a real African village home. Guys, stay tuned, and there are some things that I'm just going to share with you, like the culture about our African village homes, guys. So stick around, subscribe, and give the video a thumbs up. So guys, let's get into the video. So guys, as you can see at my back, everything just looks green, and it just tells you that this is a village. Yeah, the environment is so good, it's so quiet, and it's just so awesome for you to relax. Yeah, so guys, as you can see here, this is our gate. So as you can see, it's just made of an iron sheet here, and then we have just modified it with our lock here. Yeah, this is just a bladder, so it's a rubber like. Yeah, so guys, and as you can see here, this is a mosquito net. Yeah, so we do use this to close our gate like this. Yeah, on a wire. That's how we do improvise our things here. Like, things here in the village have become very expensive. There is no money. Sometimes people sleep hungry, and for you just to secure yourself, like feeling you are secure, the security is so good for you, you just need to have a gate at your home. And as you can see, our gate is right here. So let me turn the camera so that you can see it very clearly. Yeah, the lighting is not so good, but guys, just understand it's in the evening over here. So this is our gate, and as you can see, we have just improvised from iron sheets, and then when we want to lock it, we do use this net, the mosquito net. We tie here, and that will be our padlock. So guys, I just want us to go inside and we see how this African village home looks like, guys. So let's go. Yeah, and then guys, when you are in an African village home, you must get some plants or a garden, like, yeah. And as you can see right here, we just have a small garden. We have just planted the yams. Some of you call them the arrowroots, but for us here, we do call them the yams. And then right here we have the bananas. Yeah, so this is just a small garden of us. So sometimes we do plant vegetables right here, but right now we have not planted because it's been a dry season. Yeah, so that's why we haven't planted yet. But as you can see, we have some plants right here, guys. So for a village for African village home to be a real one, there must be a garden, yeah, where you can plant instant crops that you can use anytime you want. And then with the vegetables, yeah, a garden for the vegetables. And things like that, guys. Yeah, so let's keep moving. Remember, I'm taking you inside the African village home. And then when you come inside, as you can see, there are several houses. So we have the first one here, which is the kitchen, and then right there, that's the master room for the parents, and then right here we have this room for the boys. Yeah, you will get to know why I'm saying this. And then right there we have a toilet, guys. Yeah, and I'm going to explain to you why we have these houses inside this home, like why for the boys, for the parents, and then with the kitchen. Yeah, for us, guys, in African villages we have certain cultures that we do follow. So we must have a kitchen in an African home. We must have the house for the parents where they do sleep. That house entails a sitting room, a bedroom, a store, and a house for the girls. Mark that. Mark those words, guys. And then right there, we need to have a house for the boys. Yeah. And then when building houses here in our village, you don't build a house near each other. Like for the boys, they don't build a house near their parents' house. Yeah. So there is some things that we do follow, like they are not supposed to build a house near their parents' house because of their privacy. Sometimes these boys will grow up and then they will need to have their girlfriends or their wives. So their houses should not be near their parents' houses, guys. And then another thing about the boys' house, they are not supposed to build a house behind the parents' house. Yeah. And there is a certain taboo, and it's a culture that we do follow for us African village people, especially for the Bukusu tribe. We don't build boys' houses at the back of our parents' houses. Like our parents' houses should be on the other side, and then for the men or the boys, it should be on the other side or maybe in front, but not at the back. It just shows that children are not supposed to be at the back. There is something behind that, but I've been asking that. They keep on telling me we will just tell you. But once they tell me, guys, I'll be letting you know, guys. Yeah, so when we are building houses here, we do follow our culture. Yeah, you are not supposed to build a house at the back of your parents' house. That is if you are a boy. And right there, our sheep are coming back from feeding. Yeah, so guys, that's a taboo about that. And then when you look at this home in an African village, you will just notice that this is a house that it's a bit good. Yeah, it's a bit good, not like others. Most of the houses here in an African village, they are made of mud, and then the roof is made of grass. But as you can see here, our walls are made of cement, and then the roof is made of iron sheet. So it means that they are really working so hard in their farms. Yeah, just to have such a life, guys. Yeah, as I told you, life in the villages is very hard, but it's all about struggle for you to make the ends meet. Like you just need to work hard in the farm because there is no white collar job here, guys. Yeah, so the first thing I have just showed you how the houses should look like. Like the kitchen and the parents' house should be together, but the boys' house, the men's house, should be away from the parents' house. Yeah, just because the boys should have their own privacy. Yeah, so that is it about the houses. Then right here, guys, this is just the main thing in our African village home. We must have a rack for the utensils. You know, here when you wash your utensils, we don't have a sink here in the village. Yeah, the place where you can wash your utensils from. So you just wash them from down here. After finishing washing, you just have to dry them. And you need to put them on this rack. And then down here, this is the place for sufurias. So when you are making this rack, you have to partition it. Yeah, like this, like two or three sections where you do put your utensils, and then down here you just put your cooking pans or the saucepans or the sufurias, whichever you call them, guys. So this is our rack where we do air or dry our utensils, guys. Let me know if you also have such racks in your village, or you do use sinks, and then or you have stands in your houses where you can dry your utensils, guys. Yeah, and then right here we have a tank. This tank is our source of water, especially when it is dry season and there is no water. We normally store our water here so that we use it during dry season. And then sometimes when it rains, we normally collect our water from the iron sheets, and then we store it here so that we can use it during dry season. Yeah, so this is just a source of water in an African village home. And for those who cannot afford this tank, we dig the boreholes, yeah, the boreholes in our compounds, so that you can be able to access water when you need it and when there is no rain and it's during dry season, guys. Then there is something that it's just, it must be there in an African village home, like fencing our homes. As you can see, we have fenced. Even right there, we have fenced. Yeah, we have just used a barbed wire, and if you don't have a barbed wire, you just plant certain types of plants that will just make a good fence. Yeah, so the reason as to why we like fencing our homes is because to prevent the animals from going to the farm to eat our crops. And then another thing for fencing is to prevent the thieves from coming into our compound to steal like our animals and other things. Another reason for fencing our compound is for security purposes, guys. Yeah, so when you have fenced your compound, you will be secure. Yeah, so for an African village home, it must be fenced, guys. And I'm not lying, as you can see, we have fence round, yeah, round our home. Then this is the washrooms, we have the bathroom, then the toilet, guys. Yeah, so for an African village home there must be a toilet. And for our toilets here, they are just local. Yeah, they are just local, they are not for flashing or what. We just use local things here in the village, guys. Yeah, so that is it about the fencing. And then another thing that I want to share with you is, in an African village home, there must be some animals. Yeah, and I have showed you the sheep. They were just coming from grazing. Yeah, the sheep were there, but we must have other animals, and like birds, the chicken. As you can see there, we have a duck. Yeah, we have ducks and chicken, guys. Then right here, this is the place where our animals do sleep, like cows. But right now they are still grazing, they haven't come back yet, but this is where they do sleep. Yeah, this is the place where our cows do sleep. And this is a manger. I don't know how you do call it, this thing where Jesus was born. This is a manger. I don't know, a manger or a manga. Oh, help me on how it is pronounced. So this is where our animals feed from, especially the cows. They are not yet back at home, but this is where they do sleep, where they do feed from, and all that, guys. Yeah, and as you can see, we have just kept their food here. Then after eating, they will drink their water from here, guys. Yeah, and then on this side again, we have fence. So you can see, but the other side is the neighbor's house, guys. Yeah, so that's how our African village homes looks like. And let me know how your village homes looks like. Yeah, like how do your houses look like? How do you space your houses? Like, how do men build their houses? Do they sleep in the same house with their parents, or they do stay away from their parents? And for us guys, there is this taboo. After the boy has been circumcised, he is supposed to stay with his mother in the same house, yeah, during the healing process. Then after that, he is supposed to be taken in his own house. Yeah, he should stay in his own house, and he will not be going into his mother's bedroom. Yeah, so that's just a culture that we are supposed to follow. After he is circumcised, during the healing process, he is supposed to sleep with his mother in the same house. But after healing, he is supposed to go in his own house forever. And he should not even go in his mother's bedroom again, or even the kitchen. He's not even allowed in the kitchen. Yeah, so that's what we do follow here. Those are our beliefs and cultures, guys. Let me know what are your cultures about circumcision, and then with the houses in your homes. So the reason as to why the men's or the boys' houses should be away from their parents' houses is just because they have been circumcised already, and they are meeting with girls, yeah, and very soon they'll be getting married. So they just need to be away from their parents for privacy purposes, guys. Yeah, so that's how our African village homes looks like. Like, we do fence, spacing of houses. There must be a kitchen, the parents' house, and the boys' house. We must have a space where animals do sleep, and then a garden, a place where we do wash our utensils, and then with other things, a source of water in the home, guys. Yeah, so let me know, what do you think about our African village home? Drop a comment and I'll get to know, guys. Thank you so much, guys, for watching the video. Hope you really enjoyed. So let's share our African village home cultures that we know. Yeah, so see you soon on my next one. Bye bye.